water bottle it's written BPA free. That means bisphenol A free. And maybe you are seeing more and more often similar labels on different chemicals on your t-shirts, on the pants, on the plastic bottles, cosmetics and shampoos. In fact, the products that we use every day may contain these chemicals called emerging contaminants. Emerging because they were just recently discovered in the last decades, and contaminants because both when they are produced and when we use them in our households, they can be released in the environment, they enter the water cycle, and they can come back to us through drinking water and food. And they may have different potential impacts on human health. But since these are new chemicals, still a lot of uncertainties are present about their fate in the environment and human health impact. But what we know is that climate change will worsen the quality of our water sources, and so we expect these contaminant concentrations to increase. Thus, my AXA project aims at assessing the impact of climate change on human health risk due to an increasing exposure to these contaminants from both drinking water and food, thanks to an advanced risk assessment procedure that is able to include all the uncertainties we still have related to these contaminants. In this way, we will be able to identify the main sources of risk and what are the most vulnerable points of the system. For example, we will answer questions like, all the water sources are worsening at the same speed, or current technologies we already have in our drinking water and wastewater treatment plants are and will be good enough to remove these contaminants also in the future. Then I will look at different interventions and mitigation strategies to remove these contaminants in the system, for example, new technologies, to understand what's the risk reduction that they can achieve. To do so, we will combine different monitoring campaigns to measure these contaminants in the system with lab testing on different technologies, then modeling, risk assessment, and of course, communication. All this will be done in collaboration with technology experts, toxicologists, and modeling experts, so that this project can provide a multidisciplinary solution to prepare decision makers, scientific community, and society to understand what are the regulations, research activities, and actions that we need to cope with these climate-related impacts on human health. Thank you.